We are live, son of a bitch.
You're listening to All Talk Radio, Las Vegas, Nevada. Views and opinions expressed in the following program are those of the host and guests, and not necessarily those of the staff or management of alltalkradio.net.
The following program may contain language of an adult nature. Listener discretion is advised.
Oh, man, hold on. Wait a minute. This is some bullshit.
They're canceling the fucking show?
Yeah, they're planning on dropping us after 7 years.
That's bullshit. You still got people that listen and like the show.
Look, guys, you had a good 7-year run. What more do you want from us?
You're like a goddamn Oreo cookie. You taste like shit but swathed in the center.
Okay, goddammit. Our hands are tied, okay? Yeah, you're goddamn right. Your hands are tied. Jerk, pass me the duct tape. Motherfucker. What are you doing? Tape them together. Yeah, motherfucker.
You know what? I think I kind of like this.
Yeah.
Tie it a little tighter. Tighter.
Maxwell Silverhammer, G.J. Jerkman, Cruise Control, and G Motors. Hellfire, I think somebody lit a cigarette. Nope, it's the hottest radio show on the internet. So keep it locked here from 7 to 9. STIM Radio fam, they ahead of their time. And now it's lesson 1, man, this is lesson 2. No format because they keep it fresh and new. And this is what I call a real show. They tough as hell with a hard edge like a steel top. They campaign like a bass head. So if you're mad at them, call in, fuck some hate mail. And if you think that the jocks sound quirky, allow me to introduce you to the shit that hurts me.
All right, you son of a bitches. We've got some... These are the times that here at All Talk Radio that I do not enjoy doing. Having to come on the air and talk about a great host that we used to have. I don't know how to put this into words, but Maxwell, hang on. He's no longer with us. He was with us for 8 years. And I got a call this morning, so I had to come on the air and let everybody know. I know he's got fans, and I needed to let you know that he died from too hard of a penis in the ass, but caused an anus aneurysm, and he died. But he will never be forgotten. Yeah, you can turn him on.
You're a son of a bitch. If something happens to me, it's your ass.
Hey, if you die from a dick to the ass.
Anus aneurysm?
The anus aneurysm.
Wow. That was interesting.
So,
that's all I got to say about that.
Wouldn't that be
fucking A, I am back after, a night off, I guess.
Yeah, just a night.
So, according to Jerkman, I sound like I have a dick in my nose.
Yeah, you can't talk about me this time.
Oh, okay. So, shit, but it feels good to finally feel somewhat human again. Kind of forget what that feels like. But it's fucked up, too, because when you're sick, you notice, like, everybody fucking, calls you when you're sick to ask you how you're feeling.
Yeah.
And they'll call you, like, they'll have seen you, like, an hour before. For instance, like, my brother. And here's another thing with my brother, too, which I'll get into in a second. I saw him on Father's Day.
Right.
We got my dad his gift and all that shit and went out to lunch. So then later, like 2 hours later, he calls me. He's like, hey, how you feeling? I'm like, motherfucker, I'm okay. Jesus Christ, get off my dick. So, but see, here's the other thing with him, too. He's one of those people that gets mad at you for being sick.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, oh, fuck, you're sick? Jesus Christ, how'd you get sick? I just went out and licked a few doorknobs. Yeah.
I'll be back.
Cloth candles, just something I wanted to do. So, but, and it seems like everybody gets stupider when you're sick, too. You notice that? They do. Like, people get really dumb. I don't know. Maybe it's me. You guys notice the same thing, or?
Like, in what way? Like as in, like, they don't, like, understand you, or them acting stupid, or?
Just stupid in general, and maybe it's a perception thing. I tend to think when you're tired or sick, you're just more aware than you usually are. So, shit
you think that you're more aware?
I think you're more aware. Yeah,
Oh.
shit you're more tolerant of usually. When you're sick, it's like, fuck that. It's really fucking annoying. It's just you don't realize the annoyance of it until later.
Oh, okay.
For instance, the other night, Darren picks me up, which I've got a story about Darren here in a little bit. The driver. He picks me up, and he's like, "Hey, man, okay, the one goddamn night I want to go home. When I'm feeling like shit. This was Monday night, and I'm thinking, okay, great, I'm gonna get a straight shot home. Oh, fuck no. He's like, you're going to be with me for a little while. I'm like, oh, God damn it. So I'm going to pick this lady up, go drop her off, and then drop me home, which I guess in retrospect isn't too bad, but still kind of sucks because, it's like, shit, you're tired, you just want to get home. And then, of course, he's talking non-fucking stop, so you're like, oh, God damn it, just shut the fuck up and let's just ride. Let me just zone out.
Just get from A to B, please.
Yeah, I don't want to talk to anybody. Then they pick up this old lady. Oh, that was the other thing. The other morning, God, maybe that was Monday morning. We pick up this lady when I'm on my way to work. And she's like, yeah, I'm on my way to a doctor's appointment. I'm like, okay, cool. And she's like, where are you going? And I'm like, work. And she's like, what do you do? So then I'm like, having to tell her what I do. And she's asking me about, my job and how we work and all that kind of shit. I'm just like, oh, fuck.
All that small talk.
Yeah, just small talk, annoying shit. I don't know. I mean, maybe you're right. Maybe when you're sick, you're just an irritable fuck, and things that normally don't bother you now do. But yeah, to me it was just kind of irksome. I was like, fuck, man, really gotta listen to this bullshit. So, but anyway, so yeah, that was the being sick thing. And then let's see. Yesterday, I pretty much took. I went to work, but then I came home. I'm like, I don't feel fucking good at all. And I just want to sleep. But see, my problem is I can't stay in bed all day. That's just not I got to be really fucking sick to be in bed all day.
Yeah.
So where, I guess some people don't mind doing that. For me, I'm like, okay, this is nice, but I can't just lay here. I can't just sleep. I got to get up and do things. And, and of course, there's shit that has to be done, which if I was your normal American, I would just kind of would let it go to the wayside and say, fuck it. But in this case, I'm like, yeah, well, I gotta do something about this shit. So, and so anyway, yeah, that was, and then today was just a total lazy day. I pretty much slept all fucking day.
Well, that's good. You got to catch up on your sleep.
Yeah, but I don't know.
You need a good sleep day every once in a while.
But now watch, I won't be able to sleep tonight, and then tomorrow I'm gonna be dragging ass again tomorrow. Back to square fucking one, Yeah. And it's like, oh, that's really good. Right after a cold, then you're all of a sudden, you're back to, the same shit you were doing before. So, but anyway, so that's the deal with that. So I had a situation on Saturday with the Quiznos, and I actually wish Jerkman was in the room because I wanted to, I'd love to get it because he gave me shit about this last time when I did this. But basically what I did, there's a Quiznos down the street from me. And this happened to me last year. I went there with G Motors, and it's about 5:30 on a Saturday or so. We walk up, and there's several people, walking up with us, like several families. And we go over, we pull on the door, and the door won't open. It's locked. So a guy comes out, and he goes, hey, we're closed. And we're like, closed? Why? He's like, I don't know. We're closed. So I'm thinking it's 5:30 on a Saturday night. It's right at the height of the dinner hour. Why the fuck are you guys closed?
Yeah.
So what I did is I called Quiznos corporate office. And there he is. He's back now. So I called the Quiznos corporate office, and I spoke to somebody, and I just said, hey, I think it's kind of shitty that your Quiznos store on, East Flamingo and Pecos is closed at 5:30 on a Saturday night. What's the haps with that? So and then they go, well, we're sorry about that. We never like to hear things like that. We'll definitely get back to you, sir, and we'll see what's going on. So then, are we still good?
Yeah, you're good.
Okay, I'm hearing conversation. Sorry. So anyway, I was like, yeah, they said, well, we'll take your number and, information, and somebody will get back to you, and we apologize. So I said, okay, fine. So I did not expect someone to get back to me. But apparently, our local regional manager calls me up, a guy named Bill Rude, and he says, hey, he goes, hey, I'm really sorry to hear about this. He's like, that store was not supposed to be closed. He's like, I'm gonna find them. I'm not sure why they were closed. And I was like, okay, cool, whatever. And he finds them. That's what happens. They actually find the store.
Oh, really?
So, yeah, they actually find them for being closed. So I'm like, oh, okay, cool. He's like, I'm really sorry. Thanks to people like you, for letting me know. He's like, I never know this stuff until people like you say anything.
Yeah.
So anyway, that was last year. Well,
how long did it take for him to get back to you?
Not long at all. I mean, we're talking 30 minutes to an hour.
Wow, so I'm surprised. Go Quiznos.
That's what I'm saying. I was like, God damn. That when they said we'll have someone get back to you, I thought this is just your canned corporate bullshit. Oh, yeah, right. Somebody's going to get back to me.
Yeah.
And God damn, sure as shit, somebody got back to me 30 minutes to an hour later.
Wow.
And he gave me his personal cell number and just said, anytime you have a problem, give me a call, blah, blah, blah. Well, I never thought I'd actually have to use that number again. Well, I was wrong. So here it was Saturday night, about the same time. Again, I'm with G Motors, and we're going to meet Mac Metro over there. So I called Mac Metro. I said, hey, man, we're going to meet at Quiznos down the street. We'll see you there about 5:30. So we get there. We walk up. The open sign is on, but the lights are off. And we walk up, pull on the door. Son of a bitch is locked again.
Wow.
So I hop on the phone with Mr. Rude, and he answers, and I said, hey, Bill, I don't know if you remember me. I said, I called you last year about the same situation. The Quiznos on Pecos and Flamingo is closed again, and it's 5:30 on a Saturday night. So he said, I'm going to be on that side of town because my son and I are going to go watch a movie. So he goes, I'll drive by and check it out. He goes, I'm really sorry to hear this. He goes, and I said, I can't believe it's happened again. And he goes, well, I'm going to find them again. And he goes, and for your trouble, I'm going to send you a gift card.
Oh,
and I'm
nice.
like, oh, yeah, I know. So I was like, okay, cool. I didn't expect anything. I just want to see his business. I want to see the business run right. Don't fucking.
You want to be able to go there during their open hours and expect them to be open.
Right, exactly. So he goes, yeah, I'll send you a thing. He goes, I'm going to go by there tonight just to, verify this for myself. He goes, I can't really do anything until I see it with my own eyes. Mm-hmm. So I said, okay, well, you do your thing, man. And he goes, do me a favor. He goes, text me your email. He goes, I want to send you a gift card and all this other shit.
Yeah.
So I did. I texted my email and all my info. And sure as shit, today I get a e-card from Quiznos for $10.
Nice.
So it's cool shit, man. But I don't know what the fuck this store's incentive. Why would you close during that? That's like a department store being closed on Black Friday.
Yeah.
For whatever fucked up reason they're trying to justify being closed. Like, well, shuckly duckly, we're just gonna close. And I guarantee, I'm sure to run a Quiznos isn't cheap. So I'm sure whoever owns the motherfucker has got money. Mm-hmm. So I'm sure a $250 fine isn't going to, run their dick in the dirt. You know what I'm saying?
How do you know?
How do I know?
Yeah. How do you know it's going to rub their dick in the dirt?
Because they're Jarlies.
Maybe they like the dirty dick rub. Maybe they do it just for the fun of it. So
maybe so.
Maybe after they get your money, their ritual is rubbing their dick in the dirt.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. That fine will not knock their dick in the dirt. So yes, Jerkman, I know you gave me shit about doing that last year, but I did it again this year.
What, rubbing your dick in the dirt?
The sons of bitches are, right, sure. Well, we'll go with that. But,
so you ripped him a new one, huh?
Yeah, but I mean, the guy was cool. Like I said, the manager.
Right. He actually got back to you. He gave you an incentive.
Yeah, he gave me a gift card, and like I said, he gave me his personal cell phone number. So
personal cell phone. Maybe you guys can go out for Red Lobster after you go to Quiznos.
With us.
I said it was going to be nice to you earlier, but you blew that one.
You blew who?
You son of a bitch.
You son of a bitch.
Hey, remember what I told you? I got something I wanted you to hear earlier.
Yeah.
You ready to listen to something?
Go for it.
Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to line this one up so you can hear him and make sure I cut the other stream off. Now, listen to this. Now, if this is what we have talked about the whole time. Now, this, remember how we said we like to have, have it solidified on what we talk about on the STIM show?
Oh, absolutely.
So you're about to hear this. If you want to put up number 910 for us, check this out. Now, this is Obama. Ready?
Okay.
Let's hope this works.
Let's hear it.
It'll take a second to probably load up, but here we go.
All right.
And the United States, and for the international order that we have worked for generations to build. Ordinary men and women are too small-minded to govern their own affairs. That order and progress can only come when individuals surrender their rights to an all-powerful sovereign.
Wow.
There you go. Can you?
Wow. We're too small-minded to govern our own affairs.
Isn't that amazing?
Jesus. I love how he makes that determination.
Isn't that nice?
One motherfucker makes this determination, and everybody's... And I bet she had big applause with that, huh?
You see, that's all they put up was that clip there. But, think about this. And at the end, he says, when we surrender our rights to a sovereign nation.
Wow.
And, that's not being taken out of context. Like, that's exactly what he meant to say.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Well, and here's the thing. This was a speech.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It was a public speech. This wasn't like, you caught him at a restaurant
right
between him and another fuckface,
Yeah.
This is like he's up on stage. This was in his speech. And I think what's scary is there are people there that I'm sure applauded,
Yeah, at the end, they're like, yeah, we need to give up our rights because we're all too small-minded. Well, apparently, with their applause and their recognition of that, he is correct. They are small-minded because if they didn't stand up and say, look, you fuck, this is bullshit, this is United States, then yes, he is right.
They didn't just throw rocks at him at the end.
Yeah, they should have been taken on the streets and stoned with the rest of them.
Yeah, but instead, he's up there. And the fact that, wow, like you say, man, we're letting them do it.
Yeah.
We can blame politicians and this and that, till the cows come home.
Mm-hmm.
But obviously, as Americans, we're allowing those fucks to get away with the shit they do and deifying them the way we do.
It's amazing to me that he just cut down every citizen in the United States. Yeah. Every American in the United States, he just called us all fucking too small-minded to run our own fucking affairs.
Right.
Well, and you remember with the whole thing with Romney and saying 47% of Americans are lazy. He says all Americans are too small-minded to handle their own affairs.
And with all this being said, that just shows you what the government really thinks of their people.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
I mean, you got Romney on one end saying that 47% of the people are nothing but lazy, fat fucking slobs. You got this ass munch on the other side saying we're too small-minded to even wipe our own asses. We should give up and let them control us all. I mean, what the fuck?
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm saying. So, yeah, wow. And people still go out and vote for these pieces of shit.
This is what amazes me. Yeah, then like I said, I guess he is right. We are all small-minded. We need control because we can't be smart enough to get our fucking shells out of this bullshit.
Yeah, we're allowing it, so
yes, we
maybe
are.
He is right.
Yeah. But see, that's the problem. There are us out there, me, you, Bunny Rabbit, and some other people I can think of, as of right now that we're here with, we're not like that. We're not that stupid. We're not fucking, we've got a brain. We still use our head. We're not a fucking zombie.
Obama used to be a fucking citizen before he was the president.
Yep.
So...
Yeah.
Well, we're still looking for the paperwork on that one.
Yeah, supposedly.
I was gonna say, you might, they got to dig up some documentation to verify that one. But
Supposedly.
no, I know what you're saying. He was one of the common folk
Yeah.
before he was these elitist, globalist pieces of shit.
So now just because he's president, all of a sudden he's not small-minded anymore?
Yeah. Well, no, they're better than us. We put them in office. They take our money, and that makes them better than us. And you know what? Really, that is truly the way it is. I mean, wouldn't you get control over somebody that told you they want you to be their leader and then hands you all their money to do so?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Well, it's a homeowners association.
Exactly what it is.
It's a political homeowners association.
We're going to come in your area. We're going to build our simple house. You're going to vote me in to tell you what you can do at your place and pay me to do that.
Yep.
Like that Bill Burr skit, where he's like, he's talking about the self-checkout. He's like, you come in, you pick out what you want, you ring it up, you bag it up, you get out the door.
You get the hell out the fucking door.
Political homeowners association. I like that analogy.
Yeah, and that's exactly what it is. And we're all too stupid to see it. So, what do you do?
Obviously. Well, and it's too bad, that so many people are that stupid.
I hope I die smart. I really don't want to die like these other people.
Well, and see, that's the other thing, too, that, being sick for a couple days, you start watching TV or attempting
Oh, don't
to
do
watch
that to yourself. Don't go down that road.
My God.
Yes.
I mean, it's horrible shit. I mean, between infomercials and people selling dumb shit.
Oh, and don't think about all those great, how many fucking wives of Philadelphia, wives of fucking Los Angeles, wives of, and don't forget The Bachelor, because we got to see every bitch out there or every man out there that can have all these women come up to him that don't give two fucks about him, but pretend they want to marry him just to get on television and cry a lot.
There's some weird
stupid reality
show. I saw the show where this chick marries this guy, then at the reception she reneges, doesn't want to marry him, pretty much dumps him, and so he wants to leave. Man, and then reality show. I saw this. It was an addiction reality show with parents.
My Strange Addiction.
Is that what it's called?
That's the
they
one.
make a
that's
show
the
out
one
of
I
everything.
know about.
My Ant Farm. I'm sure there's one of them somewhere on the Learning Channel or something.
Probably. You know what? I'm make a reality show.
Whoa! I was just thinking that you should, as your farts turn, kind of like make it a soap opera yet reality.
But I was thinking more of my shits. You know what I'm saying?
As your shit plops.
Well, yeah, but the farts can be a part of it too, because.
Okay, then we got to think of a catchy name for this, because we don't want someone stealing this. So let's think of a catchy name. What would it be?
How about we think about it and come back?
Oh, look at her.
All
She's
right,
whipping it down on us now.
Yeah.
What up, though? It's the undeniable JT Money, a.k.a. the Bitchizer, and you tuned in to STIM Radio with Maxwell Silverhammer and GJ the Jerk Man. Heavy that. And guess what? They hate hoes almost as much as I do. So don't sleep on these cats. And speaking of sleeping, don't forget to check out my new single, Hustling, from my new project, Morning Wood. It's going down heavy, baby. And speaking of being out, I'm out like a busted traffic, like you already know. Get him, Jay!
If you're a fan of hip-hop and R&B, join me, the Bruh Ren, for a full non-stop hour of back-to-back slappers. That's back-to-back slappers. Where the playlist spans from genres like R&B, soul.
I love you. You are my girl.
Hip-hop bangers like
25 sitting on 25 mil, I'm in the building and I'm feeling myself. Rest in peace, Mac Dre. I'ma do it for the bay, okay? Getting paid, we'll holler whenever that stop. My team good, we don't really need a mascot.
classic throwbacks like.
Well, I'm peeping and I'm creeping and I'm creeping. But I damn near got caught, cause my beeper kept beeping. Now it's time for me to make my impression felt. So sit back, relax, and strap on your seatbelt. You've never been on a ride like this before.
Every Friday night at 9 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. And Saturday at midnight Eastern Standard Time. Only on the Tough Love Show on J&J.FM.
Answer me this. When did having a lot of YouTube hits and hella MySpace friends begin to determine whether a rapper has good music or not? Let's be serious. You wouldn't trust half of these people to wash your car or your dog. But you gonna let these people determine what music you listen to? That's crazy. You gotta be a leader, man, not a follower. And check out that classic album by your boy Black Ice, 5.0 Reasons, 10th Anniversary, 1998 to 2008. It's that classic Bay Area G-Funk and mob music. Sample the entire album at cdbaby.com, rhapsody.com, Napster, and
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Maxwell Silverhammer of the award-winning Shit That Irks Me. Now, usually I'm joking and having fun and laughing. But in this case, I'm here to talk about something very serious. There's a phenomenon that's going on all over this country. It's called dimpling or dimple caking. That's right. There are lonely ass, poor, sorry sons of fucking bitches that have no friends, no life, and nothing really going on for themselves. So they need people to talk to. So what they'll do is they'll call your phone. And usually what you'll do, being the heartless son of a bitch that you are, you'll just let the phone ring and roll it into your voicemail. And then you sit there and you contemplate, oh no, I have to call this person back. I have to call this person back, knowing that there's quite the chore that's in front of you. What do you do? If you're the heartless son of a bitch that never calls them back, you need to stop now. You need to call that person back and do your dimple duty. That's right. It is your dimple duty to make sure that this person is happy and content and feels worth. That's right. This person needs to feel like they have some worth. So, do your dimple duty today. Thank you. I am Maxwell Silverhammer with a public service announcement.
Do you hate women that you can't fuck? Have you tried to rub your dick on some woman's foot and she turned you down?
What the fuck are you doing?
Well, if so, you need Game for the Mentally Lame. That's right. If you're a mental retard and women are trying to kill you with their Google Cheesy Leezy, then this is the book for you. That's right. Learn brand new pickup lines. Hey, baby, you hear my fake? Wanna hit on it?
No, I don't want to sit on your face, but I'd like to split your fucking lip.
Or you can also learn brand new ways of being smooth and romantic with the come-ons. Hey, how about we go have some choochie, and then after that, we can go to the rum runner.
Great. Just what I've always wanted. My own drunken alcoholic retard. No thanks.
So see, the proof is in the tard. So get Game for the Mentally Lame for only $19.99 if you call now. Order Game for the Mentally Lame for all tards and those who can't quite get it. He was a young white kid from the suburbs who had it all. Yo, Pops, when you gonna paint my motherfucking Bentley and shit? Sorry, son, I'll get to it. It's just been very hectic down at the office. But he wanted something more. Yo, I wish I could be a G, dog. He wanted to come from those mean streets and be a G like his compadres that he looked up to. Yo, man, if only I could have a gack, dude. I'd bust the most caps out of any G. Then he met Jay Fucker on MySpace, where he learned to rock up that crack cocaine with the dopest of OGs from the street. Yo, we gonna hit the track right now, and we gotta slang these hover rocks to these motherfucking fiends, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, dude, can I roll with you, dog? Can I roll in your 6'4"? It's a tale of urban struggle. Yo, you gotta do what you gotta do to survive out in this bitch, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, dude, I can dig it, I can dig it. It was a tale of romance. Hey, dog, you mind if we sleep in the same bed? Gerald Jisenbag and Harold Hardcock give it 2 thumbs up. It's Black Cock Down. At last, the wait's finally over. Be Sick returns from a long hiatus with a brand new album entitled Mr. Zero Tolerance. Available for digital download only. Be Sick's no punches pulled approach on the mic gives listeners what they want, as well as gives the rap game a well-deserved kick in the ass, with such hard-hitting gems as the title track, Mr. Zero Tolerance.
Mr. Zero fucking tolerance, you fakes at your fun. My tongue's replacing the gun, my toleration is none. Fucking buster and a bitch.
Or the laid-back, fun-filled street anthem entitled Change of Pace, featuring Ghost.
This is something to bump as a gift to the haters, so turn it up loud just to piss off your neighbors. And if you out rolling, you be getting a ticket. And if you
straight to the guts, blind to the facts.
Blind to the facts, that your mind's in a trap. Blind to the facts, that with time we adapt. Blind to the facts of what you don't understand. Blind to the facts by the media scams. Blind to the facts of what you read in a book. Blind to the facts of
Download your copy today of Mr. Zero Tolerance from www.cdbaby.com or go to www.cdbaby.com/cd/bsick2. Download your copy today. Keep the realness in the rap game.
We are anonymous, and you're listening to Matt.
The point is, those words were spoken, maybe at different speeches, at different intervals, but they still were spoken.
I know. How can that be information? He spoke it. It doesn't make any difference if he said those words 10 years ago. What? He spoke those words.
It doesn't matter. It's like me and Bunny Rabbit were talking outside. Okay, if I had this huge speech that I did about how great people were and how much I loved everybody and how much I cared about people, but in that whole conversation, I said, but you know what? I hate my ex-wife. I'm going to go slice her fucking throat. But I kept on going to the conversation. Does it matter what I put before that or what I put after that? I still said it. It doesn't matter whether I took upon the action to actually do it or not, but I did put the words out there. So anything I put in front of that, anything I put behind that does not mean a fucking thing. I still put it out. I put it into the air.
But that's misinformation. You're saying it incorrectly. You don't know what you're talking about because it's been doctored up. What's your problem?
How many times do we see clips out there of psycho killers that have said simple things?
Yeah.
They're still a fucking psycho killer.
Yeah.
Just because I didn't hear I didn't sit down and listen to the whole conversation. I wasn't there privy to all of this. Doesn't mean the guy's still not a fucking psycho killer.
It just drives me crazy.
Just because
Charles Manson, they play clips of Charles Manson.
Yeah. But you're taking him out of context. When he said, when he said we're having tater tots, Tate tots, you took it out of context.
That's right.
Just because some
He's
people,
really a very rational man. You're giving misinformation.
because some people don't have the degree of comprehension to understand, what was going on. It's the fact that he still said those words, and that's what he meant to say.
So you know what? Here's what we'll do. On one show tonight, I'm going to say I hate niggers.
Okay.
And then tomorrow, on another show, I'll be talking about something totally unrelated, and I'll say they need to all hang from trees.
Okay.
Talking about maybe drug addicts or something.
Yeah.
And then we're going to clip those two together, and it's
Okay.
going to say, I hate niggers. They need to all hang from trees.
Well, you just said it right now, so we could probably just use that one.
Yeah. There you go. But even if you did do that, okay, and someone said, okay, well, they clipped one onto another, but you still said you hated niggers.
But she just proved him right.
There you go.
Yeah.
She proved him right.
I don't think
there
she can
are
hear you, Max.
so many small-minded people that they can get away with whatever they want to because they believe it.
And another thing me and Jergman were saying outside is that, the fact that he's there right now, how many people put him in power? How many people voted for him? How many people in this country made it to the fact that he's where he is now and he's able to say that?
Nobody.
Well, people did vote for him.
That part's true.
Yeah, people voted for him. They went out thinking they voted for him, but nobody put him in power except we know who that is. The powers to be.
But you're right, Buddy Rabbit, because we as Americans are giving him power by, in a roundabout way because of the worship and the dick lurping and all that stuff.
That's true. That is true. Mm-hmm. Yeah, by the way we portray him and the things that we do to, no matter how he got in there, we're doing the following.
Mm-hmm.
Speak for yourself. I'm too small-minded to even find the direction.
You know what? Fuck all you. I've gone to the Republican Party.
Hope you're listening, Steve. Yeah, because now I'm sure Steve heard that. They'll be like, this is why you got to be Republican. So we can have Romney say, 47% of Americans are fat and fucking lazy.
I didn't hear that one.
You didn't hear that?
No.
Oh, yeah, that was a big one.
I don't get into that
He said
stuff.
that 47% of Americans would not vote for him because we're fat and lazy.
Mm-hmm. That's nice.
Yeah.
And of course...
So, of course, you're going to down who's not going to vote for you.
And then he also talked about that percentage, how they rely on the government.
Did he say that while he was sitting in McDonald's and they're supporting his campaign?
Probably so. He probably even said that when he was knocking on doors. I don't think that piece of shit never had to knock on.
I hope you're not one of the 47% that's fat and lazy, because you won't vote for me.
Want to learn about Jesus?
If I ever campaign, that's what I'll do.
Yeah.
I sure hope you're not one of the 47% fat and lazy.
We're going to put you up there. That's what we'll do. We're going to have, we're going to have.
I'll be running.
This reminds me, actually, this takes me back to there was a clip we did years ago. The cruise control played for me. And it was a guy who had a gun class or something. And he basically, it was kind of a redneck type guy. And he said, this is, we're teaching this gun class on Saturday, the 25th, And he said, however, if you are one of the people who currently voted for this current administration, meaning Obama administration, then you have no reason to attend this class.
Wow.
It's true.
Well, it's kind of funny, though, because, people got so worked up. But, either way, it doesn't fucking matter.
No, it doesn't.
If you did or you didn't vote for him, really. That's still somebody who's playing into that mindset of,
and even though we make jokes about this and everything, inside this shit really kills me. I mean, our country is going to fucking hell.
Everybody knows. Everybody
I
talks
know, but
about it. Everybody.
How can we all sit here and be happy or be content with this? I just don't understand this.
I don't understand how every citizen right now is not outraged.
Yeah.
Well, they are outraged. They
no,
just
they're not.
Can't.
You just said some dumbass tell us that we took it out of context.
Well, not everybody. That's that 51% there that we
47.
forgot about. No, they're the fat ones. This is the narrow-minded ones or small-minded ones.
Well, according to
Excuse
them,
me,
that's
I don't
all
know what
of
I'm
us.
talking about.
There's not a percentage on that one. We're all dumb and can't fight our
I know. If we put you up there and we supported you, Maxwell, we would have one hell of a campaign.
So I'll be your...
Oh, yeah, you would.
Well, keep in mind, Max, I can be your running mate. Remember, I'm a great spin doctor.
I'm going to run for president one day.
Yeah.
I hope you guys all vote for me.
Actually,
We will.
I'm going to let Jerkman, he's going to be my campaign manager.
Oh, yeah, I can spin shit great.
If he spins it, I'll let him do all the spinning, and I'll just sit back and just read
Okay.
stupid fucking...
All right, test me just in case. Give me a test now. Throw something at me, and I got to spin this for you.
Okay, so... Didn't you used to do a radio show called The Shit That Irks Me, where you pretty much made fun of every single minority out there?
No, actually what I did was a show called the STIM Radio Show. And when we did the show, it was actually to help improve the intelligence of people because we felt as though the people did not know at the time what they truly needed to know. And we gave them the information that they needed to make them smarter people to choose and vote.
You learn very well.
Insulting people and putting people down for their shortcomings, a way of increasing the intelligence of people.
No, we really don't believe anybody's got shortcomings. What we believe is people are uneducated. We're trying to educate them into knowing the proper choices to make them more successful in life.
Is it true that you use complete vulgarity and talked crap about other people?
Well, it depends on what you really consider vulgarity, because what we really did was we talked to the level of people that they needed to bring them up to a higher level. And what we needed to do was we needed to kind of go down to where they could understand us to lift them and be uplifting.
My head is spinning.
What do you think?
You spin me right round, baby.
You've got the job, is what I think.
I'm a spin doctor.
There you go. See, we're ready for you now.
Like a record.
We're gonna put banners all over the place. Maxwell for.
You would think I would be a politician, huh?
Yeah, I think you've missed your calling.
He's missed a lot.
I see that.
Yeah. Wow.
So, but, well, you know, and speaking of stupidity, you know, I've even noticed it now. Well, okay. You know, I bitch about this all the time. Stupidity in the workplace.
Yeah.
Just the communication part of it. You know, like today when I called ITN to cancel my rides for tonight, you know, whoever takes, obviously they forward the phone to a cell phone, to who's ever on call, you know, so people, you know, say it's 6 a.m. and somebody doesn't, you know where their ride is, they can call someone. Well, forwarded to somebody's cell phone, but the problem is the cell phone doesn't have any identifying greeting on it. It just says, like the one I got this morning just said, "Hi, leave a message, thanks." You know, so, you know.
That's kind of quick, isn't it?
Well, you know, but it's just like, you know, if you're, especially old people, man, you don't know who the fuck.
He's talking to you.
Or that one answering machine where it's just like, speak.
Yeah.
Yeah, that kind of shit. Well, but I guess what I'm saying is it's just unfucking professional. And, you know, and then here was another case of this shit. I could mention Jerkman's case of not having a phone for 2 days.
You know what? But you know what? You can see that I'm not really corporate. I was not panicking over it. I wasn't, although I will tell you, and this is the God's honest truth, people were looking for me in the obituary. They thought I died.
I would have thought that. I would have thought, because, you know, here it is, we can't get a hold of you. And it's like, well, fuck.
Especially me, because I'm always so readily available on communications everywhere.
Yeah.
In most cases, yes.
I mean, you can get me on Facebook, Twitter.
See,
the
and
phone,
you tell everybody, you
LinkedIn.
tell people you want a day off, and then you tell them how to get a hold of you when you can't get you on the phone.
Yeah, I always trip out off that too. Or you will answer, you'll say something to somebody on Facebook.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying, like you'll respond to an inquiry on Facebook or some shit.
Well, see, the bad part for me was you're right. My phone was gone, and then I was having computer issues, and then I was having tablet issues because I tried to update this thing, and it went out. I was like having just,
And then he just had issues, period.
I've had them since I was born.
Yeah, he's a born issue.
Yeah.
So
How well I know.
Thank you.
Touche.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Got somebody tag teaming with me tonight. So, no, but the thing with that is it sucks. I guess it was just a shitty situation, but
Yeah.
But in some of these other cases, okay, here's another example. So, today I obviously called in sick. I called in at 5:20 this morning. That's when I knew.
Boy, you're
that obviously
wrong.
I'm not going to work.
5:27. You know that for exact. 5:27. You knew that.
I checked the time because I'm like, what time is
See,
it?
you're so anal.
That's why you got the F word in there.
No, that's why it goes for Red Lobster.
But you see, the obviously me being so on top of it like that
Right.
works because obviously now I know the time.
So
I
you're
can
on
throw-
top.
Yeah. So it was 5:27. I call in. I told them I'm not going to be in today. We were supposed to have a meeting at 2:00 this afternoon, and so it's a long story, but basically there's like a group of us that are supposed to meet and talk about some issues and shit like that.
That's that meeting you talked about like a lot of times before, right? That same meeting where you got that your work lady down there that's Mrs. Rally around.
Oh, you know what? She's not part of that group.
Oh, okay.
That's something different. But yeah, it's a leader. It's what do they call that?
You mean like when you get to Walmart and they all get out in the middle of the night and they're like, okay, Mr. Walmart has his faith in us. He knows that we can go out and sell those vegetables and those
Well, you know what
whatever they're selling.
What they've done is they've consolidated they've designated certain people to be on certain committees.
Oh, you're a committee man.
Yeah, it's a real Jarly thing. It's bullshit because nothing's going to get done. But of course,
Hey, everybody likes to have their ass licked, and they all sit around licking each other's asses. Is all what it pretty much
It
amounts
just
to.
makes it sound good. They're they
of
got
course it does. That's all it is.
That's like us. That's like us having this
They
great
want
big
to prove
meet.
that they're working for their money.
Yeah, but that's like us having
Yeah.
this great big meeting here and having a pep talk, and like we're going to take over the world. We're going to do this. We're going to, we sit down and talk. We have our things, but we don't. It's not like
I want to hear what Maxwell's is like.
Oh boy, you're really good at this, aren't you?
Here's what they've done. They've taken. Well, there's 6 of us on this particular committee, and this is leadership style.
Wait a minute. Can I ask a question before you go any further? How many
for it.
people are on this whole group thing?
Well, okay, in our group there is 1, 2, 3. I think there's about 6 of us.
Okay. Now
And our group is called leadership style.
Okay, there's 6 of you. How many people do you think in this whole gathering there is altogether?
Oh God, there's a bunch of employees. I mean, there's got to be.
And they all go to this?
Well, they're different types. Like our committee is just leadership style. So all we
Right.
talk about is constructive ways of maybe doing better leadership with our organization.
Okay, I guess what I'm trying to get at is there's 6 of you in this group, right?
Right.
And 6 of you are on the committee.
Uh-huh.
Isn't that all of you?
No.
That's all of us from the group, from our group.
That's just
But
one
that's-
group.
But that's okay. But
They've
that's
got
what.
other groups in there.
Okay, wait a minute. Okay, look, I'm going to try to get you. What I'm saying is, it's like all 3. Okay,
He's
Max
never
is here
worked
with
in a
us.
place where
No,
they've had
listen,
groups.
Listen.
Oh,
Now,
groupies.
Max is here with us. All 4 of us are here, right?
Right.
We are
A
on this
committee.
committee. All
Uh-huh.
4 of us are on the committee.
Yeah, but we're not the only ones in the building, so there would be another pack of people I said. A bunch of,
Hamster's got it. Hamster's got it.
Yeah.
It's just what-
No, I understand the concept, but what I'm trying to get at is
What?
if you're having 6 people on this committee,
Right.
and now there's another committee, and they've got how many people on their committee?
Okay.
How many people actually fall in underneath you is what I'm getting at.
Nobody.
Nobody. We're committees that basically we link up.
Okay, God, just fucking hit me with lightning now because.
Boom!
This is.
Thank you, God.
Shows you how stupid all this is. It just shows you how dumb. Like I said, if you want me to take a second to pause so you can go grab a trash can because you're going to hurl in it.
You'd be able.
But, it's one of those things. Yeah, they basically designated these committees, and what we do is we come up with better solutions for management and this and that. And what they do is then they give them to the higher ups. And there's recommendations that are made, and they're trying to implement. It's totally fucking dumb.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
well,
So nobody ever pays attention. You just all get together and make up some ideas of what's supposed to work, and then you all walk away and.
Right.
God just nailed me, and you guys just totally ignored the whole thing.
Why? What happened?
No, Hamster totally understands where this is going.
Yes,
She totally has the concept of it.
Oh my God! And the fact that you are saying she gets this whole fucking thing, you are fucking sick.
Well, you know
Do not come in for at least 2 weeks, and I want a doctor's note saying you are not contagious because
my work. No, but seriously, it's one of those things where yes, because Hamster I think has done similar work to what I do now.
Yes.
Determine what music you listen to? That's crazy. You gotta be a leader, man, not a follower. And check out that classic album by your boy Black Ice, 5.0 Reasons, 10th Anniversary, 1998 to 2008. It's that classic Bay Area G-Funk and mob music. Sample the entire album at cdbaby.com, rhapsody.com, Napster, and
Hello,
iTunes.
ladies and gentlemen. I'm Maxwell Silverhammer of the award-winning Shit That Irks Me. Now, usually I'm joking and having fun and laughing, but in this case, I'm here to talk about something very serious. There's a phenomenon that's going on all over this country. It's called dimpling or dimple caking. That's right. There are lonely-ass, poor, sorry sons of fucking bitches that have no friends, no life, and nothing really going on for themselves. So they need people to talk to. So what they'll do is they'll call your phone. And usually what you'll do, being the heartless son of a bitch that you are, you'll just let the phone ring and roll it into your voicemail. And then you sit there and you contemplate, oh no, I have to call this person back. I have to call this person back, knowing that there's quite the chore that's in front of you. What do? If you're the heartless son of a bitch that never calls them back, you need to stop now. You need to call that person back and do your dimple duty. That's right. It is your dimple duty to make sure that this person is happy, then content, and feels worth. That's right. This person needs to feel like they have some worth. So, do your dimple duty today. Thank you. I am Maxwell Silverhammer with a public service announcement. Do you hate women that you can't fuck? Have you tried to rub your dick on some woman's foot and she turns you down?
What the fuck are you doing?
Well, if so, you need Game for the Mentally Lame. That's right. If you're a mental retard and women are trying to kill you with their Google cheesy leasy, then this is the book for you. That's right. Learn brand new pickup lines. Hey, baby, you hear my fake? Wanna hear on it?
No, I don't want to sit on your face, but I'd like to split your fucking lip.
Or you can also learn brand new ways of being smooth and romantic with the come-ons. Hey, how about we go have some choochie, and then after that, we can go to the rum runner.
Great, just what I've always wanted, my own drunken alcoholic retard. No thanks.
So see, the proof is in the tard. So get Game for the Mentally Lame for only $19.99 if you call now. Order Game for the Mentally Lame for all tards and those who can't quite get it. He was a young white kid from the suburbs who had it all. Yo, Pops, when you gonna paint my motherfucking Bentley and shit? Sorry, son, I'll get to it. It's just been very hectic down at the office. But he wanted something more. Yo, I wish I could be a G, dog. He wanted to come from those mean streets and be a G like his compadres that he looked up to. Yo, man, if only I could have a gack, dude. I'd bust the most caps out of any G. Then he met Jay Fucker on MySpace, where he learned to rock up that crack cocaine with the dopest of OGs from the street. Yo, we gonna hit the track right now, and we gotta slang these hover rocks to these motherfucking fiends, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, dude, can I roll with you, dog? Can I roll in your 6'4"? It's a tale of urban struggle. Yo, you gotta do what you gotta do to survive out in this bitch, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, dude, I can dig it. It was a tale of romance. Hey, dog, you mind if we sleep in the same bed? Gerald Jisenbag and Harold Hardcock give it 2 thumbs up. It's Black Cock Down. At last, the wait's finally over. Be Sick returns from a long hiatus with a brand new album entitled Mr. Zero Tolerance. Available for digital download only. Be Sick's no punches pulled approach on the mic gives listeners what they want as well as gives the rap game a well-deserved kick in the ass with such hard-hitting gems as the title track, Mr. Zero Tolerance.
Mr. Zero fucking tolerance, you fakes ain't your fun. My tongue's replacing the gun, my toleration is none. Fucking Buster and I built up.
Or the laid-back, fun-filled street anthem entitled Change of Pace, featuring Ghost.
This is something to bump as a gift to the haters, so turn it up loud just to piss off your neighbors. And if you out rolling, you be getting a ticket. And if you
Straight to the guts, blind to the facts.
Blind to the facts that your mind's in a trap. Blind to the facts that with time we adapt. Blind to the facts of what you don't understand. Blind to the facts by the media scams. Blind to the facts of what you read in a book. Blind to the facts of
Download your copy today of Mr. Zero Tolerance from www.cdbaby.com or go to www.cdbaby.com/cd/bsick2. Download your copy today. Keep the realness in the rap game.
We are anonymous, and you're listening to Maxwell Silverhammer
Fuck that guy.
and DJ Jerkman,
Yes, fuck that guy too.
only on STEM Radio.
Damn, this shit really irks me.
STIM Radio. STIM Radio. It's the shit that irks me. When I see that, since it's the shit that irks me. The EJ. It's the shit that irks me. Jimmy Black.
Get your asses back in there. I sent you a text. I said, Mr. Zero Tolerance.
Yeah, you know what? We're too busy reading your damn text to get in here. I was like, what the hell is this? And then he's like, oh, shit.
So I was like, Mr. Zero Tolerance. I'll let you know.
And we're out there laughing.
And I'm hearing it playing. I'm like, okay.
Well, then on the way in, someone locked us out and had to leave us back in again.
I did not. Don't believe him.
It's bullshit. Yeah, look at that. Did
Maxwell,
I say who?
I did not, Maxwell.
Wait a minute.
Didn't
Wait a
do
minute.
it.
Did you hear me say
He's so
who?
small-minded, he doesn't even know what he's doing.
I did not hear me mention any names.
I didn't.
Yeah, you proved you're guilty right away.
Well,
it was not me.
You said somebody, and then she said, I did not.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Well, that's because he said somebody locked us out there.
Well, it could have been me and you. It could have been Bunny. But see, you jumped in, so
No,
we automatically
said
knew
it
you
was-
were guilty.
You said it was you two.
Right. So, or somebody who works in the building. There are people sometimes that are still
Ah,
there.
see? Yeah, but see, once again, it's not helping you prove your
Thanks
point.
for giving us the benefit of the doubt.
Yes, thanks.
Oh, by the way, we got to give a shout out to Ian. Looks like Ian's listening.
Oh, he is? Boy,
Because he liked the link. I'm assuming he's listening.
What a
Shout
night
out
to
Ian.
if he's listening tonight, what a night to listen to, because our Cox has gone in and out, and you know, I wished I
Wait
could.
a minute, that didn't sound right.
Oh my!
It's called That's What She Said.
Yeah.
That's what she say.
Oh my!
That did not
Okay,
sound
I feel really dirty right now. I'm going to leave the show, go home, get a shower.
People to hear that. Wow.
Yeah. And even to make a comment like that, yeah, I'm leaving.
Well, it just didn't sound right.
That's disgusting.
So, anyway, so
I blew his
rudely
mind.
interrupted last segment.
Yeah.
What was I going to say? Oh, we were talking about these committees, and that's just how it works too. They've got so many people per committee, and we're supposed to submit these fucking things we've brainstormed during the sessions to management, and they're supposed to start to comply with them or something.
Oh, really? That's how it works, honestly.
Oh, yeah. Well, I don't think that's how it works, but
Yeah.
that's how it's supposed to work.
Is that just to make you feel like you're part of a bigger power that you're not actually in on anyhow? That did.
Pretty much.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah, pretty much. But I didn't want to diss my members, so I wanted to make sure I at least called in to let them know, hey, I'm not going to be, in today,
Right.
so, you guys will have to reschedule the meeting. because they call me on the phone because I'm not up there, you know. So I do it via the phone, like I'm doing this via Skype.
Wait a minute. How come you're not there?
Because it's up, you know, it's in another city.
But if you're on the committee?
Yeah.
You're on the committee and it's in another city.
Part of my, you know how my work is, without saying too much.
Yeah.
So, anyway.
It's an out of the city committee.
It's an out-of-city committee that you're on.
Itty bitty titty committee.
Yeah. Are you in that one too? No, you're not, because we've seen yours.
I am. I'm a member.
I can explain more, you know, probably off the air, but basically the point of this whole thing was, so I don't know what made me do it, but I logged into my work email probably about 9 o'clock, and I saw that one of the women who actually I was hoping picked up my message
from the other city,
writes and says, "Okay, looks like we're all here, so the meeting go for 2 o'clock." And I'm like, "What? Didn't they get the message?" I was like, maybe somebody didn't give her the message. I called in and I spoke to her. I said, "Hey," I said, "I'm sick today." I said, "Did you get my message?" She's like, "Oh, I didn't check the voicemail yet." And I'm thinking, isn't that the first goddamn thing you do when you get to work? You know?
But it was maybe it was voicemail from another city.
You aren't surprised, though, are you really?
I am. Because I always, the first thing I do when I walk in the door, here's what I do.
Give us your routine.
Put my food down, put my cane down on my desk, put my food away, then sit down, log in my computer, go to my email. While that's all starting up, I check the voicemail.
Okay, but
You
you know how to be an employee. There's so many out there that don't anymore.
That's what's scary.
Yeah.
And, you know,
wait a minute.
What is it? What is it? Is it? What do you think it is? Because
No.
I'm trying
Stop
to
for a
figure
second.
this
Stop,
out.
stop.
What?
What are you doing back there? Are you eating something?
Me?
Yeah. Are you drinking?
I was taking a drink.
Yeah. See, I know when people are doing things. Okay, go ahead.
He just wants you to know that he knows that
I just know
you know
things.
that he knows.
I just sensed.
So you cut off Hamster to ask me if I was drinking.
Yes, because I just got this thing in my head, a picture of you sitting back. You're on your chair right now, and you leaned back and you took a drink of something, and you're actually in
He's
your underwear.
talking about
and
something
you're
important, and you're
listen to
worried
me,
about
listen to
what
me.
he's doing.
And the way you're sitting
Yeah,
right now is
exactly.
your body is actually facing a little bit more to the left than more than it is the right. Am I right?
No, not really. Actually,
Okay.
my chair's a little to the right.
More to the right?
God, are you really?
See? Don't pay attention to him. I'm going to shut his mic off.
Can't you see I'm trying to deflect from the committee from the other city?
I'm trying to get through this, and I want to hear this.
But yeah, you know, I don't know, Hamster. It's weird because you're right. There's a for some
What, you want to
reason-
hear the host of his radio show?
What?
I said you're trying to hear the host of the radio show? That's,
You might get through
interesting.
this, Maxwell, before the night's over with.
Between the two of these,
Two of them, I'm going to shut both their mics off, and you and I are going to talk.
That's what I'm saying. They're just in their own world, man.
Yeah, I know.
There it is, but obviously their committee's in another city.
Yeah. No, I wish their committee was in another city.
But you know, I don't know what it is. Is it a lack of giving a shit anymore?
Well, I was saying maybe the training, but that doesn't go for every place because a lot of people are trained how to do their job and then they just don't do it. And I don't understand why.
I don't know if it's maybe the morale or the attitude. Well, but then again, especially you think now, you know, well, fuck, anyone can lose their job anytime.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Jobs
Yeah.
are not set in stone like
Nope.
they used to.
No,
You know what I'm saying?
no, it
So-
isn't. And you know what's really strange about that, though? Back then, their jobs were basically set in stone, and they were good workers. They took their job to heart. When their employer told them, this is what it is, this is the training, this is what you need to do, they tried to you know, be good at what they did.
Yeah. No, you're right.
Yeah.
But now,
But now, there's no jobs out there, and people are like, well, you know, if I want to come to work today, okay, or if I want to pick up the phone, or, you know, did you say you had an order? And too bad, I'm sorry.
well, you know what? Maybe that's it. Maybe it's the mindset of, you know, shit. You know, it's so easy to get unemployment now. You know, hey, if I lose this job, what's the worst thing that happens? I sit on my ass and still get a paycheck.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that could be too. that it's just a mindset of, oh, well, you know, and, you know, we're always, and as a society too, we're taught not to look at, you know, what's really happening, you know, what's really going on. You know, I mean, we've obviously been told that just by Obama's little speech here that we heard just a few, you know, segments ago. And, you know, the whole thing of, hey, you're all dummies, you know, so eventually, did we just drop out again? Oh, I thought I heard.
Oh, no, we're here.
Oh, but, so what are you guys doing back there? Passing notes?
I'm doing nothing.
What's going on?
Fucking hey, man.
Hamster just walked out.
Yeah, she left the room. She went somewhere. No, I'm sitting here. I was actually just doing like the whole sleepy thing and doing it on the thing so everybody could see me doing it.
He's got those like rubbing his sleepy eyes, like falling asleep on the camera.
I'm getting bored with this subject, Jerkman.
I'm just playing around. Oh, she must have got mad and left.
Goddamn.
Because I'm just like acting like I'm sleeping and stuff.
I think it's good. We were really rolling there for.
Well, hang on a second. I'll go get her, okay?
Go grab her.
I'll be right back.
Go grab her.
You and Bunny Rabbit talk.
Okay.
All right.
But, yeah, no, people just don't. Everything's about playing now. Everybody plays too much, you know? There's no such thing as work.
Yeah.
Work's a dirty word. Like, I've even seen people at, where I've called businesses. People have answered the phones, yeah. Or,
really?
Hello. Yeah, no shit. I've actually called places before. One particular place I called, somebody was trying to be funny. And they actually did the whole, thanks for calling Jim's Mortuary. You stab them, we slab them. Or,
oh, shit.
So, I mean, where the fuck, and this is just phone etiquette part of this whole thing.
Or like, like when you walk into like a restaurant or something and then the hostess is like, what do you want?
Yeah. Some people really have shitty attitudes, and you're just going, why is that? Or even now, there's a listserv thing that I'm a part of. And everybody posts on that listserv very just rudimentary bullshit. The joke of the day, the fucking, things that it's like, really? I don't know. I guess maybe we've implemented so much stuff, in the workplace to make it fun, because now there's this push to, work should be fun. You're there 8 hours a day. You should enjoy yourself. Okay, fine. Have fun with your job, but don't do it at the expense of other employees or other customers. You know what I'm saying?
Especially the customer. I mean, they're the reason that you have a job.
Well, that's it. I mean, I hear more fucked up stories of people who, and remember I was saying last week to AK and Ocelot about, I've heard stories about call centers where, they have water fights and they throw things at each other and do really immature shit. And everybody's a goddamn child now.
And they're talking shit to the person while their microphone's on mute or something.
Yeah, what kind of shit is that? Talking shit like, motherfucker, if I
Okay, I brought her back and I explained my position on the show. I am GJ Jerkman. I'm the idiot. I'm the guy that fucks people over and makes them. So now you can continue talking while I pretend like I'm sleeping because you're boring me to death. That's what I do.
Well okay.
She's back.
But she should understand, too, is that you're borderline retarded, so obviously...
Well, that's it. That's the whole thing. So that's the fun in it.
We're actually speaking way out of his intellectual capacity.
Yeah, so it bores me. I get tired easy. I don't, as long as if there's dirt buttons in it, I'm okay.
Yeah, that's how it is.
All right.
But, we were just saying, I think, too, Hampshire, there's a thing, there's this push to people try to make work fun.
Yeah.
Which is okay. There's nothing wrong with that. But the thing is, don't do it at the expense of other customers or other employees. Get your work done first.
Yeah, I agree with that. It ticks me off, too. Totally ticks me off. Just like when I went to the store the other day to get something, I told the guy what I wanted, and I told him what he needed to do, and it was all screwed up, and it was simple. And I said, I looked at him, and I went through another line, and I said, do you guys get trained? And he said, yeah. I said, how much training do you get? He said, a week. I said, no wonder. No wonder.
But you got to explain what this is for. This was for a McDonald's. And, okay, we understand that flipping hamburgers is kind of easy and stuff. But the fact is, these people are getting 1 week training for stuff. And And then you wonder why, like you go to a Taco Bell and they're washing shit down with cleaners while they're putting the food on top of it because they're not trained right.
Well, it's still a job, man. You still have to treat it.
Yeah, as a job. And you should have enough common sense. That's maybe I'm wrong about that.
Common sense is not so common anymore.
Yes.
Obviously.
I'll shake my pencils.
Yeah, yeah.
Why are you shaking your pencil? Oh, there you go.
Because he couldn't ring the bell.
She got it for you.
Yeah. It's just that there's no, but maybe not even common sense. Maybe just knowing,
comprehension,
knowing that it's I don't know. It's just seems like you should know it.
Can I pretend like I'm sleeping again just for the hell of it?
Maybe I'm wrong, but I
I
can be.
think Jerkman it's funny enough with him rubbing his eyes and doing all that. He's kind of embodying what we're saying.
That's the whole point. Wow, good Jesus, someone fucking got it.
Oh, I'm glad he got it because you didn't.
What the hell is that supposed to mean?
Well, what we were talking about.
Oh yeah,
I over your
my
head.
comprehension level is about that much.
Okay.
He's in the 47%.
Yeah, I'm on the 47%. Yes.
But yeah, when you go to work, you know what your job is and you know what you should do. I mean, it's just you don't have to have somebody telling you 24/7. Okay, this is what you have to do. This is what you have to do.
I think it is too. They have no comprehension. Like when people talk to them, it just goes in one ear and right out the other. They don't like take in or try to understand.
But that's basically everybody. That's basically everybody. Just like Maxwell sitting there, he knows. He goes in, he does his job, he knows what his job is, and he does it. And then you've got this person here.
I don't know what is your job. What do you do exactly again?
Answers phones.
Yeah.
Are you not comprehending the?
You were one of the telemarketers, motherfucker, that calls me, aren't you?
No, it just especially, and Bunny Rabbit brought up a good point while you guys were out of the room.
Mm-hmm.
That shit that AK and Ocelot were talking about the other day about muting your phone and shit talking to customer while they're on the phone.
Right.
Hey, save your venting till you're off the goddamn phone.
And I mean, the customer is the reason you have a job in the first place.
Exactly right.
Yep. They may piss you off. You may want to just totally rip on this person. I dig it. Trust me, I'm the shit that irks me, man. But you wait till the fucking call is over, then you go and rip on the customer.
Yeah, that's true. You sat in the corner, you go, and you talk to each other and everything about it. But the thing is, it's still a customer.
Well, usually
they're paying.
What I usually do is I wait for them to Skype in, and then I have them cut my mic off, and I curse them out, and then get back on the air. That's usually for the ones that Skype in.
Night.
But
yeah, you've been doing all that all night.
but people will sit there and complain about other people, and then they do it themselves. We were just talking about this the other day. Somebody will complain about somebody, but they don't. They do the exact same things themselves. But so how do you justify that?
The bitch. Well, and to show you the laziatry of people sometimes. This was yesterday. My assistant goes to get some coffee out of the break room. And, we have one of those bathrooms, like a community bathroom, like what you have at All Talk there.
Yeah.
It's a one-man bathroom, but it's for the whole office suite.
Yeah.
And so there's a guy standing there, and he's doing the you got to take a piss dance, And so my assistant says to him, hey, sir, there's another bathroom outside if you want to use it, which there is. There's a public bathroom.
So your assistant found to be concerned enough that this guy was really acting up this much?
Yeah, apparently he saw, it looked like he really had to go, but he was waiting outside the bathroom and looked impatient.
Doing the potty dance?
Yeah, exactly. And so my assistant says, hey, sir, there's a bathroom outside. It's a public bathroom if you'd like to use that. And the guy goes, no, that's too far to walk. I'm just going to wait.
So
he's doing the dance, but he's going to wait.
He has to go that bad that your assistant has to even mention to this man that maybe he lets him know that there's another location before he pisses his pants. But the guy says, no, I'm pretty much too lazy to walk to take the piss. I'll just stand here and piss myself.
Yeah, exactly. Rather than walking, he'll just stand there and run the risk of pissing himself.
There's 47%.
Representation.
I don't know if that's lazy or stupid.
I think a combo of the two.
Small-minded, I think he said.
Small-minded. It's the lack of common sense, as we were just talking about.
Yes.
Well, why don't we ponder that while we go on a little break?
God damn, this is flying by.
It is. It's really gone by.
All right, we'll be right back, bitches.
Woohoo.
Jimmy Yee! What up, though? It's the undeniable JT Money, a.k.a. the Bitchizer, and you tuned in to STIM Radio with Maxwell Silverhammer and GJ the Jerk Man. Heavy that. And guess what? They hate hoes almost as much as I do. So don't sleep on these cats. And speaking of sleeping, don't forget to check out my new single, Hustling, from my new project, Morning Wood. It's going down heavy, baby. And speaking of being out, I'm out like a busted traffic light, you already know. Get him, Jay!
If you're a fan of hip-hop and R&B, join me, the Bruh Ren, for a full non-stop hour of back-to-back slappers. That's back-to-back slappers. Swear the playlist spans from genres like R&B, soul.
I love you. You are my girl.
Hip-hop bangers like
25 sitting on 25 mil, I'm in the building and I'm feeling myself. Rest in peace, Mac Dre. I'ma do it for the bay, okay? Getting paid, we'll holler whenever that stop. My team good, we don't really need a mascot.
classic throwbacks like.
Well, I'm peeping and I'm creeping and I'm creeping, but I damn near got caught cause my beeper kept beeping. Now it's time for me to make my impression felt. So sit back, relax, and strap on your seatbelt. You've never been on a ride like this before.
Every Friday night at 9 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. And Saturday at midnight Eastern Standard Time. Only on the Tough Love Show on J&J.FM.
Answer me this. When did having a lot of YouTube hits and hella MySpace friends begin to determine whether a rapper has good music or not? Let's be serious. You wouldn't trust half of these people to wash your car or your dog. But you gonna let these people determine what music you listen to? That's crazy. You gotta be a leader, man, not a follower. And check out that classic album by your boy Black Ice. 5.0 Reasons, 10th anniversary, 1998 to 2008. It's that classic Bay Area G-Funk and mob music. Sample the entire album at cdbaby.com, rhapsody.com, Napster, and
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Maxwell Silverhammer of the award-winning Shit That Irks Me. Now, usually I'm joking and having fun and laughing, but in this case, I'm here to talk about something very serious. There's a phenomenon that's going on all over this country. It's called dimpling or dimple caking. That's right. There are lonely-ass, poor, sorry sons of fucking bitches that have no friends, no life, and nothing really going on for themselves. So they need people to talk to. So what they'll do is they'll call your phone. And usually what you'll do, being the heartless son of a bitch that you are, you'll just let the phone ring and roll it into your voicemail. And then you sit there and you contemplate, oh no, I have to call this person back. I have to call this person back, knowing that there's quite the chore that's in front of you. What do you do? If you're the heartless son of a bitch that never calls them back, you need to stop now. You need to call that person back and do your dimple duty. That's right. It is your dimple duty to make sure that this person is happy and content and feels worth. That's right. This person needs to feel like they have some worth. So, do your dimple duty today. Thank you. I am Maxwell Silverhammer with a public service announcement. Do you hate women that you can't fuck? Have you tried to rub your dick on some woman's foot and she turned you down?
What the fuck are you doing?
Well, if so, you need Game for the Mentally Lame. That's right. If you're a mental retard and women are trying to kill you with their Google Cheesy Leezy, then this is the book for you. That's right. Learn brand new pickup lines. Hey, baby, you hear my fake? Wanna hear on it?
No, I don't want to sit on your face, but I'd like to split your fucking lip.
Or you can also learn brand new ways of being smooth and romantic with the come-ons. Hey, how about we go have some choochie, and then after that, we can go to the Worm Runner.
Great, just what I've always wanted, my own drunken alcoholic retard. No thanks.
So see, the proof is in the tard. So get Game for the Mentally Lame for only $19.99 if you call now. Order Game for the Mentally Lame for all tards and those who can't quite get it. He was a young white kid from the suburbs who had it all. Yo, Pops, when you gonna paint my motherfucking Bentley and shit? Sorry, son, I'll get to it. It's just been very hectic down at the office. But he wanted something more. Yo, I wish I could be a G, dog. He wanted to come from those mean streets and be a G like his compadres that he looked up to. Yo, man, if only I could have a gack, dude. I'd bust the most caps out of any G. Then he met Jay Fucker on MySpace, where he learned to rock up that crack cocaine with the dopest of OGs from the street. Yo, we gonna hit the track right now, and we gotta slang these hover rocks to these motherfucking fiends, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, dude, can I roll with you, dog? Can I roll in your 6'4"? It's a tale of urban struggle. Yo, you gotta do what you gotta do to survive out in this bitch, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, dude, I can dig it. It was a tale of romance. Hey, dog, you mind if we sleep in the same bed? Gerald Jisenbag and Harold Hardcock give it 2 thumbs up. It's Black Cock Down. At last, the wait's finally over. Be Sick returns from a long hiatus with a brand new album entitled Mr. Zero Tolerance.
Available for digital download only.
Be Sick's no punches pulled approach on the mic gives listeners what they want, as well as gives the rap game a well-deserved kick in the ass, with such hard-hitting gems as the title track, Mr. Zero Tolerance.
Mr. Zero fucking tolerance, fakes at your fun. My tongue's replaced in the gun. My toleration is none. Fucking buster and a bitch.
Or the laid-back, fun-filled street anthem entitled Change of Pace, featuring Ghost.
This is something to bump as a gift to the haters. So turn it up loud just to piss off your neighbors. And if you out rolling, you be getting a ticket. And if you
straight to the guts, blind to the facts.
Blind to the facts, set your mind to the track. Blind to the facts that with time we adapt. Blind to the facts of what you don't understand. Blind to the facts by the media scans. Blind to the facts of what you read in a book. Blind to the facts of
Download your copy today of Mr. Zero Tolerance from www.cdbaby.com or go to www.cdbaby.com/cd/bsick2. Download your copy today. Keep the realness in the rap game.
We are anonymous, and you're listening to Maxwell Silverhammer.
Fuck that guy.
And DJ Jerkman.
Yes, fuck that guy too.
Only on STEM Radio.
Damn, this shit really irks me.
STIM Radio. STIM Radio.
Oh, this shit is actually kind of fun.
What is?
Because doing the thing from Skype.
What, you like doing it in your underwear?
You know what? Well, several reasons. One is, I can sit here in my underwear. I can fart. But not only that, but, I can get on Facebook and chat with people who are,
You're multitasking?
What's that?
Said you're multitasking over there?
Well, not right now, but, everyone, like we go to breaks, I can at least check on shit and, see if anyone said anything.
Right.
That's how we're able to shout Ian out and, that kind of stuff.
That's kind of what we do when we're here. That's what I do behind the board. I'm usually looking at the Facebook. I'm not looking at yours, obviously, but if anybody puts anything through, we're kind of like going back and forth with stuff and loading up pictures, stuff like that.
Well, that's the thing. That's why it's kind of cool to be able to, be able to do that while we're
welcome to
on
the Cool
show.
Kids Club.
Because normally, because you guys are all mobile and shit.
Right.
Where normally me, I don't have access to a computer again until I get home. So I'm like, fuck, I wonder if anybody said anything. And then sometimes I will come home and there will be shit, and somebody will say, hey man, that's funny. Lol. I'll just be like, oh shit.
Yeah,
by then it's too late.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Or, which by the way, Loon texted me out of the fucking blue last night.
Wow, I haven't heard from her for a while, right?
I know, asking me, guess what? What time does your show start?
What?
And of course, the night I don't do the show, then she's texting me asking about the show, probably wanting to listen or get someone to listen.
And she asked you that last night?
Yeah, that was last night.
Wow. Huh. So, that's kind of...
and
she's known you how many years now?
Who's this person?
About 4.
It's Loon.
Yeah.
You say that like it means something to me.
It's one of his...
If you knew her, you'd understand.
Yeah, if you knew Loon, great person.
Yeah.
But I just don't understand how she doesn't know when your show goes on the air.
Just a little bit in another planet,
Just a little bit. I'd take a coffee with Carol's done with you.
Oh, yeah?
She's packing up and leaving.
She's scurried off, huh?
She's going to the other city.
Oh, okay.
To be on the committee in the other city.
For the next committee.
Yeah. Can you hear her? Listen.
I hear all the shit packing. Yeah.
You can actually hear that?
I hear the shit packing because you're there.
Oh, look at that. Takes a dig at me from the side. You son of a bitch.
Fuck, there was something else I was going to talk about. I'm trying to remember what the fuck it was now.
You don't remember? You know what they tell me? If you can't remember, it wasn't that important.
It was something kind of interesting. Oh, little other good news. Bad Boy wrote me.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he took a job in San Diego. He's working. He graduated.
I thought he was back here, or was that just for the summer, or last summer?
He was thinking about coming back, but I guess he got a job with a public relations firm, and that's a full-time position. So it's down in San Diego, and so he's taking the job.
Cool, totally cool.
So that's pretty cool. He said, he was like, yeah, man, I'll try to get down there, to get to one of your shows at some point. And he was like, but if you ever want to come down here and hang out on the beach, you're welcome to too. And I'm like, oh, cool.
Oh, yeah, it doesn't invite me. I train him for all those months, and it doesn't invite me.
Jerkman, I was the one. You never wrote him his letter of recommendation. I did.
I had a stroke, for God's sake, at the time he asked for it. Huh?
Not last summer. Didn't he want it last summer?
Oh, no, he actually, well, yeah. I think, was it last summer? No, I think it was the summer before that.
Oh, he wanted it over the fall. It was during the fall, I think.
Yeah, I know something was up at the time, but he sent me all these people, and they called me, and I gave them recommendations like crazy.
Wow, okay. Yeah, he doesn't written you then, I guess, huh?
Yeah, damn. See what I get?
Crazy.
I'm just going to go back to sleep.
Well, either way, I'm sure he thinks about you.
I'm sure he does.
It's probably a collective thing. When he talks to me, he's talking to all of us. You know how it works.
I'm still on his friends list, so he must still like me somewhere.
Yeah. You know how it is. It's a collective thing. I'm the glue, man. You know how it is.
Yeah, I know. We were talking about that before.
There'd be no shit. There'd probably be no all talk. But, anyway. And then I saw Leroy got engaged. Remember from Crip Hop?
Yeah, I saw that fly by too.
I just saw that now. And I was like, oh shit, congrats, man.
So he's okay. Yeah, congratulations.
He's engaged.
He used to do a show here too a long time ago.
Yep, did the Crip Hop show. I don't know why he stopped, man.
I don't know either, because I thought he was still doing his thing.
Yeah, well, what it was is it was funny because he said, oh, I can't justify paying, and you gave him a dirt-ass cheap price. I remember that.
Yes, I did.
And then he said, oh, yeah, man, but, he was doing all this traveling to Europe and doing the Crip Hop shit and going out of the country, and I'm thinking, okay, you can justify that, but you can't justify
doing your radio show.
Do a radio show where you can reach people all over the world, or you can actually travel and pay for it.
Talked about 6 people on the road.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, I talked to 10 people while I was out in Brazil. Wasn't that dope?
And the funny thing was that, you remember, he's like, well, people were having a hard time following me. Well, because you didn't have a set time. You kept throwing me stuff and say, hey, put it in now.
Yeah, it was weird. It was strange.
Yeah.
He'd be on a certain time, and then he wanted your auto DJ to pick it up and play it.
Yeah. I'm like, well, if you don't have a set time, how are people going to know when to tune in to listen to you?
Yeah. Well,
just put me in rotation. Okay, I did that.
He's the male loon,
Yeah.
That uncommon sense.
Yeah, it didn't make any sense at all.
That kind of lack of common sense kind of shit. But let's see, what was another thing? Oh, the other thing I was it's kind of interesting. It just shows you how we're scared to even, talk to neighbors or make friends or, because we're all we're so guarded, as a society. But yet, on one hand, okay, kind of like Cruise Control says, if you're not in a relationship, you're treated like you have a disability or something's wrong.
Or you've got the plague.
Yeah, like what's wrong with you? You're not in a relationship? Damn, you need to get, how many times you hear that dumb shit?
I've heard that quite a bit.
Yeah, exactly. Man, we need to find you someone.
We need to get you laid. That's what I've heard.
Yep, exactly.
Like, why do we need to get me laid?
Yeah, you guys.
That's what occupies everyone's brain.
Yeah.
Yeah. Somehow that's a big thing. So anyway, I guess having somebody treat you weird because you're not in a relationship, and the people say you're a good catch. I don't understand. Blah 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 blah.
Oh, you know how many times I've heard that one?
And check this out.
And apparently you are too.
Oh yeah. Well,
You're a good catch. You're in your underwear at home sitting on Skype burping.
I'm the one that ladies want. You know that. Shit, gut hanging out.
Yeah.
Fucking, but so then, yet we're very guarded and we're afraid to interact with people.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So how are we supposed to be in a relationship but yet be very guarded and be very, very afraid to meet new people and you know, like, well, you see me. I mean, remember the whole Manny thing? You know, maybe the guy just wanted to be my friend, but what's my first assumption? Oh, he's a
gay.
faggot. He wants to fuck me. You know
Well, your assumption may have been right. We don't know.
Well, we don't know. It's hard. I mean, I asked some people about him, and they all said, no, I think he's married. You know, and I don't, you know, I don't think he's gay. I think he's just lonely. You know, that's what a lot of people said.
Well,
but
could have been. Looking for a friend, and you automatically criticized him and called him a gay man and told him to fuck off. How good do you feel now?
But that shows how guarded we are. You know, like any new people, and you know, I think it's more so here in Vegas. But you know, I've never lived anywhere else, so I'm a little bit challenged in that.
Right.
But an example of this is the other night. You know, I'm in the shower and I hear my neighbor banging.
You sure you weren't in the tub?
I was in the shower.
We used to call-ins from people in the tub.
Oh yeah, that's true. You're right. Call-ins from the tub. No, I was in the shower and I hear my neighbor downstairs banging, and I'm like, oh fuck.
Banging
man.
like fucking, or just banging on something?
Banging on something, like almost
Okay.
like banging on the ceiling. Like,
I had to clarify that.
trying to no. He was banging on the ceiling, like trying to get my attention or something.
Oh,
And I'm
okay.
going, okay, you know, well, maybe it was a fluke thing, or you know, he's got a kid, so you know. Well, then he does it again, and I said, "Oh, son of a bitch!" So then I'm thinking, "Oh God, not another leak." You know what I'm saying? Like
That's what I would have thought.
maybe my shower's leaking down there or something. So I turn the shower off. I talk about attractive. I throw on a fucking bath towel.
Oh, at least you threw something on.
Yeah, I put on a bath. Well, that's pretty scary.
Wait a
too,
minute.
but
Don't tell me you went downstairs in this.
I did.
Oh, son of a bitch.
Downstairs to his door. Knock on the door.
Wait a minute. You do realize you just said a little bit ago he has children. Are you trying to scar them for fucking life, or?
Well, I guess so, but whatever the case may be. But
it was urgent, apparently.
So he opens the door. I was like, "Hey man, what's up, man?" I was like, "You were banging on the ceiling?" Well, turns out he had some dirt on his shoes or something. He was like, "No, man." He was like, "I was just cleaning the dirt off my shoes and I was banging on the bathtub." And I'm like, "Oh fuck, okay, I thought you had a leak." So we start talking a little bit, and he's talking to me about.
Well, I'm here in my bath towel.
Yeah, we're having this long conversation. He's asking me about DirecTV and
I'm telling him about Cox.
yeah, that too. Well,
What you got under that towel there, buddy?
Speaking of Cox.
Yeah.
So then he, I talked to him about his air conditioning situation, and which he does have air. His air has been fixed. So, so we had this long, it had to be a good 10, 15-minute conversation.
But you're still in your fucking towel, standing there talking to this man.
Yeah. Well, I was ready to go back upstairs, but...
I'd hope so.
But,
he wasn't ready for you to go back upstairs.
Apparently, he was just talking.
Wait a minute. Do you think maybe...
Oh, here we go again. You faggot.
Wait a minute.
Oh, yeah.
You can have a guy call you on, talk to you on the internet, and he's instantly gay. This guy talks to you for 15 minutes in a bath towel, and I mention it, and I'm wrong.
Well, that's it. No, see, this is the thing. That's what's so fucked up. And so then he's like, yeah, because I asked him. I said, does the music ever get too loud for you?
Right.
And he's like, oh, I love music, man. He's I like to listen to, and I'm like, I listen to everything, and so we're bullshitting for a little bit. So then I go back upstairs, and the first thing that went through my mind is, nice guy. Just hope he doesn't get too close. You know what I'm saying? Like, right away, you're guarded. You're afraid, like,
right.
What would be the harm of him getting?
Well,
I
think a lot of people are afraid of relationships, whether it be just friendship, love, whatever. People just nowadays, they're really guarded.
Well, that's what's weird, though. You think in a society where they're telling you, oh, you need to be in a relationship, or there's something wrong with you, or you're fucked up.
But the society's set up not to have anything like that, to be honest with you.
Wow.
I mean, think about it. Everything you do, you have to watch. They're either going to be sued, or you could be put in jail, or you could be this, or you could be that. from just even saying one word to somebody sometimes.
True.
So how does that promote people getting closer or having relationships in any way, shape, or form if you have to worry about everything? Or they're telling you everybody, on the news, every one of your damn neighbors is a fruitcake or a nut cake or whatever. And, I don't think it's really promoted for people to be set up to be in relationships.
Well, then why does everybody push them so much?
Because I think everybody wants one, or at least most people would like to have a relationship in one way or another with somebody, whether it be friendship, boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever. Yeah, companionship, anything like that. But they're guarded and afraid to because of the way society's set up.
That's interesting. So, yeah, there's so many people that, you let new people in and they fuck you over, and there's fear of that. That's my big fear, that, somebody's going to, steal something or do something really fucked up, or, how many times have I let people in that have done fucked up things?
And would you have thought that maybe 10 years ago?
Yeah, not as much, probably.
You would have?
No, probably not as much.
Yeah.
Not as much,
that's the whole thing. It's as things go on more and more, people are more afraid to be in relationships. Bottom line. People, well, think about this. People are being singled out to be by themselves. If you're singled out to be by yourself, they tell you that life is great. Everything looks better by yourself. But if everybody was by themselves, there would be no more fucking kids. So, I mean, it kind of contradicts the other part of it. To me, I don't know. Some of it doesn't make any sense. But
that's my point.
Counterdicts, that's right.
That's my whole thing. It's a big contradiction.
Yeah, it is.
On one hand, everybody tells you need to be in a relationship or you ain't shit, and then the next breath, they're watch out for this person. Oh, don't get involved.
How comes you don't have somebody? You're so sweet. It's like I've had people come up to me and say, as a matter of fact, it was one of our shows here, and she comes in, she goes, "Why are you still single? You're such a great catch. You're a good worker. You're a provider. You're not that bad looking, blah, blah, blah." She's going with all this shit. And I'm thinking, oh, yeah, now that makes me feel really fucking great.
Yeah, exactly. When you hear things like that.
Yeah, because you're like, okay, you're right. What the fuck is wrong with me?
Well, and that's it. I think, you're not willing to jump at the first thing that shows you interest. I think that's
right.
A big
Yeah, and for me, that's one of the things. Yeah, but still, in all, you're right. It's set up to be. It's fucked up. It really is.
Yeah. Because obviously, everybody's like, well, you should be in a relationship. You need to meet somebody, and why aren't you out there? But yet, if you do get out there, you get criticized, or you get shot down.
Yeah,
you can't win either way.
You can't. You just got to live your own fucking life and do your thing.
Well, then you got these robo relationships. There's one guy on my Facebook now. I've been watching his drama.
Robo relationship.
Oh God, some girl, and one minute they hate each other, the next minute they love each other.
Well, that's love.
What the fuck is wrong with you two? So, and I've started watching on Facebook. There's a few people now that are going through drama. And
oh my God, you're doing Facebook fucking goddamn soap operas. You're following Facebook soap operas.
I am.
You're addicted.
I'm guilty of it. I'm watching them, but I don't participate.
Yeah, you're a voyeur.
Well, it's somebody. This is another thing too. Did you see my post about rappers beefing with each other?
No, I didn't get to see that one. Remember, my computer's been fucked up.
Somebody actually, this was about Chandler.
Oh.
Somebody actually wrote me, who I guess lived with Chandler, and said, "Oh, the guy's full of shit. He's got a fake ass company and blah, 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 blah." And I'm just like, I don't give a fuck. I didn't even respond back to him.
Right.
But at the same time, what's that going to do? So what? Who cares? It means nothing to me. And, then I see his side of it, and, they want to drag you into it. I had one guy actually, he was beefing with this one rap group or whatever, and I put their video up at one point. I shared it because I like music. And the dude sent me a message and was like, "If you put their music up again, I'll have no choice but to delete you." And I'm like,
wow.
Fucking delete me then.
Yeah. Were you crying?
Oh.
Did it break your heart?
Tears were just running down my cheek.
Well, see, and that's why I was thinking that, and that's why I want to say this to you. Max, it's okay. You be
People have
yourself.
these delusions of grandeur.
Yeah.
Like, they're so important that,
People give a shit?
I will take you from my list.
Like,
Please don't do that.
It's like, dude,
I'll be alone.
Let me paint you a picture here. I'm doing radio. I'm doing you a favor.
Yeah. You get to be in my presence.
Yeah. Fuck you.
You added me because you're hoping to come on my show. So, I mean, don't get butthurt and pissed off and, that kind of shit. But, yeah, and then, Chandler's got a bunch of shit going on, too. I know you've probably seen, I'm getting kicked out of my house. I'm getting this.
Yeah, he gets me shit all the time in boxing. And, hey, man, I'm going to come out there and I'm going to work at All Talk.
Still doing that?
Yeah.
Well, now he's not coming out here because the guy that we're supposed to come out with.
Yeah, it didn't happen.
So, which I told him, I did tell him, I said, well, in that case, the other guy's not welcome on. And it has nothing to do with taking sides, just that, hey, I don't know the guy. I've never heard his music. I'm not going to fuck,
You were kind of doing it as a courtesy for him, right?
Well, yeah, really. And be honest, I mean, it would be cool to meet, one of my friends on my list that I talk to a lot or go back and forth with a lot. So, and the fact that now isn't going to happen, it's kind of like, oh, well, whatever,
Right.
But yeah, all the Facebook dramatics and bullshit and stuff that people.
So what are you going to do? You're trying to tell us you're going to Skype in more often so you can stay home and do this stuff and sit and play with yourself and watch your Facebook soap operas?
You know what? Nah, I like coming in. Coming in is still fun.
Well, tomorrow night we have Ocelot and AK coming in, right?
Yep, they'll be coming in tomorrow.
All
so
right.
That should be fun. And, just being down there, obviously there's the camaraderie and that kind of shit.
I mean, that's what we're doing here tonight. We're having fun in the studio, laughing and making fun of you and turning off mics. And
Oh, yeah. Well, it's different. How many chops of this video are we going to have, by the way?
Oh, probably about 16, 17. Take me about 9 days to get it up.
Sounds great.
Yeah, I'm working on it. The minute then.
Now, won't it be like in 2 hours or some crazy shit?
No, it's not going to be in 2 hours.
I've seen you do shit like that.
Yeah, there's been times.
Like, oh, man, this video's all popped up, man. I don't know when I'm going to have it up. And then all of a sudden I check back and like 2 hours it's up. I'm like, oh, shit.
See, because no matter what, even when I tell myself I'm going to go home, relax, and sit back and worry about it another time, I'm home doing it.
Yep. Because, again, it goes back to we're one of the few that actually give a shit about what we do.
Yeah. I mean, this one may be a little harder, and the reason I say that is because my computer crashed, and I still don't have components that would make it easier for me to do it really fast.
Right.
Until I get everything up and loaded again. I'm back. I've worked at that thing all freaking night long.
Wow, man. Well, and it's always fun. I don't know why, but I'm always anxious to hear the Skype shows. I guess just to hear what we sounded like or hear the quality or something.
Oh, too bad you couldn't see this one.
Yeah.
I had
You're doing your sleeping shit?
Yeah, and actually Bunny Rabbit said I really looked like I was sleeping.
Oh my God, he had the perfect sleepy head eyes. Like they were all red and all tired looking, and he just starts blinking at the camera and then puts his head back down. It was so perfect.
Well, that's like you guys were talking about, the time when you fell asleep during the one interview.
Oh, yeah.
And see, Jerkman actually started snoring.
That's what I told her.
And I was like, uh-oh. And thank God Furnace was on the ball.
She whacked me in the arm. But what's so funny is I actually, when I fell asleep, I was still dreaming. I didn't know I went to sleep. I was dreaming, and I still heard her talk. I thought I was awake.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, I felt something hit me on the arm. I was like, oh, fuck.
And you realize, shit, I'm sleeping. Because the dream took place within the same room.
Within the same room. And I was still sitting in the same spot. It's like I just turned off, but didn't turn off.
What's fucked up is I can't fall asleep during the show. I mean, I've had some boring interviews. You know that.
But you got to admit, remember that night we did say that? You said you could understand because her voice was so tiny sounding and monotone. You're just like, man, I could see why you would have.
Oh, well, that's it. If you're not hosting the show,
right?
You're just because you're just kind of on the side there, pretty much. Yeah. You weren't bored or anything. If you weren't hosting the show or working the board, you really don't have a stake. So I could see where you'd start dozing.
Yeah, and that night,
in my case, I got to be the host man, and I got to be like, oh yeah.
Well, that night, you remember I was working a lot of hours. I was doing a lot of things, and when she came in, I wasn't really saying much that night. So it was more you and her because you had known her for a long time. You guys were doing most of the talking. I just was kind of sitting there trying to listen in, and that's what happened.
Well, and funny enough, I've heard that story several times now.
Right.
Prior to her coming on the show. So, you'd think that maybe I would be dozing. But again, I get so worked up.
Right.
It's kind of like when I would do improv shows. A lot of the times people would go, yeah, that part was funny when so-and-so did this. And I'm thinking, oh, I must have missed that part because I'm so into what I'm supposed to do,
Right.
you know, that I'm not even paying attention to everybody else. You know, I've done that during interviews. I've gone back and listened to interviews.
Right.
And then, oh, no wonder he thought I was a fucking moron when I said this, you know, because I'm so into my next words and my next line that I'm like, oh yeah, duh, you know.
Yeah, I figured I would give your viewers, because I'm just sitting here, something entertaining, watch me sleep for a little bit.
Oh, I'm sure at least Jed or something.
Yeah, that's what I told her outside. I said, Jed will probably go, look, Jerkman's falling asleep on the microphone. Then I kicked my feet back and spun to the side and put my arms behind my head.
Just like, hey, I'm going to sleep.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
And that's when Coffee with Carol left. She said I was being rude. I was like, that's what I do.
It's just part of your camera persona shit.
Have my
I
fun.
make fun of you for it. That's all.
Yeah.
So.
And that's because I was trying not to say anything about lobster dinners with you tonight. I'm trying to be nice.
Actually, I think you did say something about.
Oh, let's forget all about that now, though. Let's pretend it didn't happen. You got a small brain. You
That's
can't.
right.
You can't figure things out for yourself.
I'm not smart enough to handle my own
Right.
affairs. I need a higher power, hierarchy to handle.
Here we go.
my-
I'm going to Jedi mind trick. You did not hear that.
There you go. I didn't hear it.
Yeah, see, there we go.
Not at all. Didn't hear it at all. Didn't have.
It works like a charm.
You know what else you didn't hear?
So,
You didn't hear the end coming.
Yeah. So.
We're out of here.
We're gone. All right, bitches.
Yeah.
I'm Maxwell Silverhammer.
I'm GJ. Wish I wouldn't have fallen asleep. Jerkman.
And Benny Rabbit.
And that's the story there, bitches. See ya.
It's the shit that hurts me.
Activity Productions. Yeah.
It's the shit that hurts me. It's the shit that